Shakur Stevenson denies hating on Abdullah Mason and tries to separate himself from having to fight Abdullah Mason and gets cooked by Mike Carpenter in the process. Let's talk about it, bro. Smash the like, sub to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. Also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And if you want to debate, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Also, join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams that we do. And if you want to debate, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And also, please hype up the video. YouTube got this new feature where you can scroll over and hype these videos up. It's free for you, the viewer, and it really helps us content creators increase the reach of our channels and helps our YouTube algorithm. So please hit that hype button so my videos and my content can be recommended to the masses so they can get real boxing talk. But let's get it cracking. So Shakur Stevenson on Twitter got cooked by Mike Carpenter and denies hating on Abdullah Mason while trying to separate himself from having to fight Abdullah Mason. Let me talk to y'all about it in this video. So Mike Carpenter responded to Shakur Stevenson because Shakur Stevenson said Mike Carpenter should be fired on Saturday. Mike Carpenter said after 2 long weeks on the road for back-to-back at Ring Magazine fights in London and Riyadh, now it's time for the 20-hour trip back to Los Angeles. Need to get some sleep. I have my in-flight entertainment ready. And then he posted the Shakur Stevenson-Edwin De Los Santos fight. He said he need to get some sleep, so he gonna put on the Shakur Stevenson-Edwin De Los Santos fight. Bruh. I don't even like Mike Carpenter, but that shit is funny, and he cooked Shakur Stevenson with that one. And that's what Shakur, his fans, that's what Devin Haney, his fans, that's what they don't understand, bro. Boxing fans are going to a shift. That Floyd Mayweather-esque shit that y'all try to convince us is entertaining, people ain't checking for it no more, bro. Fans ain't checking for it. Promoters ain't checking for it. Boxing is not in the space to where people trying to fight like little Timu Floyd Mayweathers, but don't have his mouthpiece, his accolades, and the goodwill of stepping on shit early in their career to be able to pull it off. Niggas trying to be Money Mayweather, but never had they pretty boy stage. And fight fans ain't messing with it. And that's what Shakur Stevenson don't understand. That's why he was hating on Abdullah Mason. That's why he tried to act like Mike Carpenter was wrong for talking about how much better Abdullah Mason is, how much funner of a fighter he is than Shakur. And Shakur got in his feelings, but you cooked on this, bro. I can safely say, win, lose, or draw, I'll never have to worry about Bam Rodriguez having a Devin Haney, Brian Norman, Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez, Shakur Stevenson, Edwin De Los Santos performance. That's why I'm a Bam fan. I can safely say, regardless of what happens in Tank Davis's career, if he retires, I've never have to sit through a Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez, Devin Haney, Brian Norman, Shakur Stevenson, Edwin De Los Santos performance, bro. And if he does come back, I'm safely predicting and I'm standing on, I'll never have to worry about him being in any of those types of fights if he continues to fight either, bro. Which we all know he's continuing to fight. I'm just making the point. Same thing goes for David Benavidez. Same thing goes for Jerome Boots Ennis. Same thing goes for Virgil Ortiz. So forth and so on, bro. Emiliano Vargas, I'm safely assuming and saying that, bro. This is what Shakur and his fans and people that like that type of style, y'all don't understand, bro. This is what y'all are missing. And the reason that it's like that is not because people hate your favorite fighter, bro. The reason that it's like that is because fans need to be entertained. There's too much fucking competition out there. There's too much shit that we could watch that we could be doing with our time for you to still be fighting like it's 2000 or like it's the 1990s and boxing run shit. And so you can just win. All I got to do is win. I ain't got to be entertaining. No, nigga. If basketball can change their rules to be more entertaining, if NFL can change their rules to be more entertaining, then boxing needs to find a way not to change their rules because it's too dangerous of a sport, But boxing is going to start pushing, and you can already see pushing for these fighters that want these bags. Nigga, y'all got to entertain us. So I thought Mike Carpenter hit the nail on the head and cooked his ass with that one. Now let's get more into the Abdullah Mason conversation. Shakur Stevenson was told by one of his own fans, "You my favorite fighter, Shakur. I'm always with you and on your side. But this right here, some hating ish." When he called Abdullah Mason a baby and don't rush him and I'm the best fighter at 135. His fans said that's some hating ass shit. Shakur Stevenson said, it ain't hating. I think he's the truth and a hell of a young fighter. I seen him when he was 17 before y'all even knew who he was. I'm going to pause right there, bro. You can't be speaking in general terms like that. Because over here in Knockout Land, KO 86, and the people that follow Knockout 86, they been known about Abdullah Mason from his first fight. Been told y'all the young man was going to be a special fighter. So, nah, you ain't know before it. Nah, bro, we been knowing him for that long over here as well, bro. Stop trying to act like people was just on Abdullah Mason jock or he just now getting fans or whatever. Just now, man, people been following that young man saying he going to be special, one of the young GOATs since he was 17. So miss us with that bullshit. Then he says, I just think the media and the fans rushing him. He's only 21. But I ain't got no hate in my heart for nobody. Congrats to him for becoming the youngest world champ. Nah, bro, you ain't like, we ain't doing that shit. Fans and media ain't rushing him. He rushed himself by becoming world champion. He rushed himself by putting on that type of performance. He rushed himself to where he can look you eye to eye now, dog. This ain't no 21. Shakur keep coming off like, oh, he just a kid. Y'all got to give him time. Y'all got to give him. Nah, bro, ain't none of that shit. I got people in my chat telling me Shakur beats Abdullah. Cool, no problem. I got people in my chat telling me Abdullah ain't ready. Cool, no problem. Is he a champion at 135? 100%. So what's the expectation? Fight other champions, fight your mandatories, and if you move up, fight the top of that division too. And if you move up, fight the top of that division. Now, if you lose your belt, if you're not champion no more, if you wanna lose that shit, then, bruh, or if you lose that shit, then okay, we have less expectations for you. You climb your way back up. But to act this way towards Abdullah, oh, he's just a kid, y'all rushing him, y'all doing this. But you got a different energy towards Tank. You got a different energy towards Raymond Muratalla. You had a different energy towards Lomachenko when he was champion. You got a different energy towards Team Alifu. What do any of them guys got that Abdullah Mason don't got? What do they have for you from a legacy perspective that Abdullah Mason don't have? If you fight Raymond Muratalla, that'll make you a unified champion. Won't fighting Abdullah Mason do the same thing? If you fight Tank Davis, that'll make you a unified champion. Won't fighting Abdullah Mason do the same thing? You'll get more credit from fight fans for beating Abdullah Mason than you will get for beating the motherfucking Raymond Muratalla right now. You'll get more credit, in my opinion, for beating Abdullah Mason and unifying than you'll get for fighting Team Alifu and beating him, in my opinion. Straight up. But if you notice, it's trying to act like, oh, the media, the fans, y'all rushing him or whatever. Nah, bro, you trying to stifle him. You trying to act like there's a certain level that he's not on yet. You trying to act like there's a certain level that he got to get to see eye to eye with you. Sorry, bro. If you can fight Oscar Valdez, then you can fight Abdullah Mason. If you can talk how you talk about Pitbull Cruz, then you can fight Abdullah Mason. If you can act like William Zepeda makes you the best fighter in the goddamn division, you can talk about Abdullah Mason the same way. Keep the same fucking energy, bro. All y'all, dog. Not just Shakur. All you dudes at 135. All you dudes at 140. Keep that same energy. Talk about Abdullah. Call out Abdullah the way you called out them other dudes, man. The way y'all going at them other dudes. Why he ain't getting no energy from y'all? Let me know he the boogeyman without letting me know he the boogeyman, bro. Let me know that it's cool to unify until it come time to unify with him, without letting me know it's cool to unify until it come time to unify with him. So nah, miss me with the he not ready shit. You didn't give a fuck if Padley was ready. You didn't give a fuck if Schofield was ready or not. Yeah, you didn't care if Schofield was ready. You didn't care if Frank Martin was ready. Ain't no way in hell you sign on the dotted line and you talk that shit and you call out Schofield and you pop it to him, but then Abdullah is just too young and he not ready yet and y'all need to slow down and y'all need, why? Why go for it, bro? You ain't do that shit with Schofield. You wasn't like, nah, he just a baby. He ain't ready yet. Slow down. I'm not, I'm still the best. Like, he ain't ready. Just let him develop or whatever. You ain't have no interest in letting Schofield develop. You signed to fight that nigga. You took the bait and all that shit when it was him. But when it's Abdullah, it's don't rush him. He ain't ready yet. Let me just try to separate myself a little bit. Boy, number one, you was hating. Number two, you giving fake compliments and shit. Number three, you trying to separate yourself like people rushing him. He only 21. He is. Congrats on being the youngest world champ. Though, yeah, youngest world champ still deserve to fight other world champions. Just because you're a young world champ don't mean we want to see you still fighting tune-ups and people that got no shot against you. I want to see Abdullah Mason versus Shakur. Abdullah Mason versus Tank, even though it hurt my heart. Because those are two of my favorites. But damn it, they're still the best fighters in the division fighting each other. I want to see Abdullah versus Raymond Muratalla. And if you can't get none of them, run down on their opponents and show them what the fuck it is, bro. I want to see Abdullah Mason versus Schofield. And if you can't get none of them, then secondary, fight Padley, bro. Secondary, fight Williams and Pater, bro. Secondary, show what you can do to Tevin Farmer. Show what you can do to all these dudes that these boys been in the ring with, man. Show what you can do with Hector Garcia, man. Run down on these boys if you can, man. If you can't get in the ring with them, bro. Straight up. That's what I'm on, dog. Everybody want to talk about how they believe in fighters and how they think fighters are special until it's time to show that you truly believe in them and really push them to go fight the fights that you want to see. Nah, dog, that shit's over with. That shit's over with over here, dog. And from this point forward, dog, if you a world champion, if you somebody that we calling the truth over here, I want to see you go after that shit. I want to see Bam Rodriguez go after Monster Inoue, go after Junto Nakatani. I want to see David Benavidez get Bivol, get Better Beef. If he can't, get Zerto, get Opataya in them. I want to see that shit, bro. Straight up. I want to see Abdullah try to get in there with Tank, try to get in there with Shakur, try to get in there with Muratalla, try to get in there with the champions at 140. Get in there with top contenders and continue to solidify himself and prove his greatness. So Shakur, stop trying to block that young man. Stop trying to pour water on him, bro. That's all he's trying to do. Abdullah Mason on fire right now. He on fire right now, dog. Just became world champion. He a fire that's burning right now. Appetite for smoke. Shakur trying to pour water on this shit. Trying to pour water on that fire. Trying to put that shit out. But he ain't trying to put it out the right way, bro. You need to fight fire with fire and show that you burn hotter, dog. That's what boxing is about. So, yeah, your ass was hating. Yeah, Mike Carpenter cooked you. And nah, he ain't no kid. Ain't nobody rushing him. How you call you in your 20s and that dude in his 20s, you calling him a kid or something like he your little bro or something. Nah, ain't no little bro shit. Ain't no different eras and shit. I told niggas this shit was going to start happening. He younger than them and he going to be right there a champion during the same time that all these other dudes is champions. And they going to have to see him, and he going to be younger, and he going to be right there, and they going to try to play with him. And now they trying to play with that boy like, oh, I mean, yeah, he just a kid, he this, he that. Nigga, he a champion like you a champion. Get the shit cracking. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, sub up. I see y'all soon. Peace.